Hey there, it's Hayden with Mando Customs. I'm very excited to show off this saber. This is a saber, another Mando Elite saber, and this one's for a client by the name of Jay Nielsen off of Forge and Fire. He requested a saber, and I'm very excited I was able to make this one from ground up. What I'm going to do is I'll go over the functions of this saber from the emitter all the way down to the pommel, and also how to get access to the recharge port and the SD card if need be, if you wanted to change anything. All right, so let's go over this. This right here is got a Star Killer look to it, and a bit more customized. You can see there in the very front, that's your NeoPixel for your CFX, and it's got a 2-inch blade depth. And your bunny ears made from scratch. Also, here is the blade retention screw. This is a red button. CoverTech wheel. I'll go over some of that with this here. Your belt clip and your exposed crystal chamber with your focus crystal and main crystal. Your activation box with your main switch and auxiliary switch. You come down. Here is the only thing that you will ever need a tool for to get access to your recharge port. And then you come down. Here's a hand-tooled leather. Get in a little bit closer. And then you got his logo right here for his knife-making business. And you come down the pommel with the speaker port. All right. So what I'll do is I'll go over how to get access to the recharge port and the SD card. Here is a 5/64 Allen wrench that I'll be providing. And what you do is you stick it in here and you use the short end in your hand. Always use the short end. Just with the aluminum so soft, it will strip out if you use this part here and really wrench it down. You don't have to. It's just hand tighten. And to get access to the chassis, here is the acid etched metal. I did a Damascus pattern in lieu of the show, and then him making Damascus blades all the time. And then also here is a etching of his one dog that he lost back in August, and I thought that was a real good little Easter egg for him. I saw that picture and had to draw that up and put that on the metal as well. And then his name in Arabic for Nielsen. Now, to get access to the SD card and the recharge port, turn the saber upside down. I just did that because I didn't want to mess with all this up here. And right here is the recharge port and then your SD card with your CFX. Now, whenever you get down to a low power, whenever you're turning on your saber, it'll say critical. Female voice comes on there and says temperature critical, voltage critical, something like that. So that just means that you just need to charge up your saber. With that, I'm going to provide a smart charger here. This smart charger, what you do is you'll see here there's like a little LED. I'll plug it in a second. It'll come up green. When you plug it in the wall, it'll be red or orange. And then when you plug it into your SD card, your recharge port, I mean, and then when it's fully charged, it'll shut off so it doesn't mess up your card or your battery, and it'll turn green, and you're ready to rock and roll. All you do is you stick it in there. Here it shows it's green. That's just because it's not plugged in the wall. But when you plug this into the wall, it'll turn red. And then when it charges fully, it'll turn green and shut off. When it does shut off, all you need to do is pull this out. And when you do, you'll hear a boot up sound. And then this is a special boot up sound for you.
Welcome to the strength test. I'm going to feed this lightsaber mercilessly into you until I remove your soul.
All right. And then once that's done, you just slide your main body back on, line everything up right there. Use the long end to put into the set screw. Then you just hand tighten it down. Okay, that's it. All right, now I'll go over the CoverTech wheel. What I did with this is here is a belt clip with a quick release for the CoverTech wheel. So you can actually have this on your belt when you just want to walk around and show off this super wicked cool saber as a static display on your hip if you're at a con or at the show, whatever. And then as you can see, it moves freely. It won't come off. It's nice. And then whenever you want to take it off, it just pops right off right there. All right. Um, Also, what I'll be providing is a blacked out NeoPixel blade. And I'll go ahead and put this in and show you what I mean by also, you can also check the level of your battery. As you can see, when I put that blade in, what I did is I put it in, you'll feel a little sponginess. That's your recess pins. You don't have to jam it in there. You just set it in there nice and snug, hold it up against those recess pins, and then just hand tighten. You don't have to wrench down the set screw. With this polycarbonate, it will, the set screw will fit right in there really nice and hold this blade in. But all you do is tighten it up and just a little snug, hand snug, and you're fine. See, it won't come out. And when you hit your auxiliary button, it'll come up blue, and then it'll also tell you how far your battery's charged. So as you can see, you got about a half charge right now on your battery. I'm gonna take this blade out and put in my demo blade, this NeoPixel blade, because it's just easier to work with my setup right here. Hear my cat in the background. All right, as you can see here, you got a RGB LED hidden that's flashing. Also, the cool thing is whenever you see this LED turn off, your Saber went in deep sleep mode. So you can have this, you don't have to plug in anything. You can have it sitting on your shelf for like 6 months, and then come over, pop it, turn it on, you hear a boot up sound, and then you will be able to, fire up your Saber. And let's see if we can get her fired up. There's your auxiliary. The top one is your auxiliary, and your bottom one. There's your clashes. So when you're sparring with Doug, with his, you'll be able to hear those clashes. And then you got your auxiliary for your blaster blocks, your lockup. And I'm in Spectrum right now. So what I did is I pushed down my auxiliary, flipped my wrist, and then let go after I flicked my wrist, and then it popped up. Now you can see all you got to do is just turn your Saber ever how you want it. I'm pretty sure you're a Sith. You like that. You touch your auxiliary again. Now it's set to auxiliary. So you turn off your Saber, but then when you turn it back on, it goes red. See, it was white. It's kind of like, that's a feature on his Saber that I set up to where right when it turns on, it's like really hot white, and then it goes to this color that you want. All right. So that's pretty cool. Now, if you want to get into the different sound fonts that's on here, you hold down your auxiliary button.
Ready? Because we're going to do it anyway.
And there's the font sound for your sound font. What I did is I held down the auxiliary button. I'll do that again.
Welcome to the strength test. I'm going to beat this lightsaber mercilessly into you until I remove your soul.
All right, now it's ready to rock and roll. So as you can see, it turns on. There we go. Now what I'll do is hold down the auxiliary button until you hear the sound bank selection. Then you're ready to move to different sound banks.
Sound bank selection. Are you ready? Because we're going to do it anyway.
There's that one. Now all you got to do is you can push up.
I will do what needs to be done.
So you can push your auxiliary button
We'll be left.
to go to the next sound font.
Good against revolts is one thing. Good against the living.
But you can also push your main button to go
I
back.
will do what needs to be done. Are you ready? Because we're going to do it anyway. I will do
Let's see, let's do this one. And then hold this one
I see
down.
you've missed me. Challenging a Jedi? You don't lack for confidence, I'll give you that.
Hear that? Smooth swings. Flash on your lockups and your flash on clash.
When I cut you in half, I should have aimed for your neck instead.
All right, let's go back to your sound font. Hold it down.
Sound bank selection. I will do it. Are you ready?
So we're in your sound font. So if I wanted to go back to your sound font, I hold down the auxiliary button and turn it off. Now let's go to the soundtracks.
Exit menu. System menu. SD card
audio player for your tracks.
I see you missed me.
So so it plays music. Then all you gotta do, you can be able to fight with the music playing at the same time. Now, you want to change, that was your main button. Now, if you want to change the songs, because I've got like 15 on here, hold down the main button until you hear a beep and then a new song comes on. There's a Forged in Fire song that I found on YouTube that I turned over. And then also what I did is I edited it to get it over 20% to make it different. So I don't have to worry about copywriting. But what I did is I added some other songs, Star Wars songs in there. It's like 2 minutes and 15 seconds in, so you have to listen to the whole song to hear it. There's another Star Wars song. Duels of Fate. Imperial March. And I got some Iron Maiden in there for you. And what I'm going to do is turn it on. So now you can fight Doug and listen to Iron Maiden at the same time. Nothing wrong with that. Turn it off. And then now when I go back to my sound fonts, I hold down my auxiliary button.
I will do what needs to be done. Are you ready? Because we're going to do it anyway. Welcome to the strength test. I'm going to feed this lightsaber mercilessly into you until I remove your soul.
Oh, there's your saber. What I want to do today is pack it all up, mail it out, all these goodies with it, and I cannot wait to see you and Doug spar with each other with it. All right, sounds like a plan. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks, bye.